Cannot hear.
We can't hear. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. We appreciate your patience. Stand by. You could please. We appreciate you. You all look so beautiful. We'll get started momentarily. Thank you.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم الصراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Allah Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Pretty sound, man.
Is that the one fighting for your soul? Or your brother's the one that you're running from? But if you got money, fuck it, 'cause I want some.
Salutations, prayer and fasting family. Meet your administrative team. These are the people who are working behind the scenes to ensure that the presentation runs as smoothly as possible. If you are contacted by someone from the admin team, we are trying to collect and store your contact information properly. Please answer the phone. In addition, and whenever necessary, Zoom participants may be muted and placed in the waiting room. Feel free to watch the remainder of the presentation on our Facebook page, as we will be streaming the event live. In addition to our Facebook page, we also have a Twitter page, a YouTube page, an Instagram page, and a TikTok page. Our effort is to ensure that we reach as many of our people as possible so that we can spread the word about these two life-changing tools, prayer and fasting. Won't you help us? Great. Please take out your cell phone or use your computer and make a screen capture, and be sure to join us on each of our social media platforms. Thank you for your support. Now, enjoy the presentation. The prayer and fasting cipher is on a journey to continue the work of a master. It began when a seed was dropped.
All of us can be better than what we are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
You should have had this place filled to the rafters. You did a fairly good job, but you didn't work hard enough. See, we got a president that's always talking about fake news. See, either we are fake Muslims or we're real. Either we are fake Christians or we're real. That's right.
Our brother, mentor, Abdul Malik heeded the call and began to seek within himself for the face of Allah. We are taking on the work of our Christ, reaching within for the God of ourselves, working to separate ourselves from this wicked life, reaching into the communities and fighting for our people. The message of the Christ through the prayer and fasting cipher is now reaching across the world, unifying us with our people.
Are you feeling what you pray?
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Now, today I'm here to share some pens for you. Have you heard? Yes. And then the pens from the prayer and fasting group from America. So we are going to share the pens for you. Have you heard? Yes. Okay. So please.
So if I mention your name, then you come for your pen, okay? Yes. Abbas, Sakina. Abdullah Sharifa.
As he began to transform, he started the work of transforming the people. As the power of this truth began to grow, the ranks of the prayer and fasting cycle began to swell. Like a pebble in a pond, we continue to grow. No longer do we sit in disbelief as idolaters. No, sir. We are moving out on the clear instructions of our message. We know that we have passed from death into life because we love the brethren.
Everybody send it. Look. No, everybody send the money. You got the cash. Let me put the cash app on there. Put the cash app in there, Sister Majida. So we can sir. So we can send it to Sister Clarion, and she's cooking for him. You cooking for him too, right, Sister Clarion?
We're gonna give them some ice cream today, but we want to be able to purchase a stove so we can teach them how to bake and cook. We want more activities to do more with them.
Okay. Okay, well, we're going to send something over. You know that $5 a piece goes to the youngsters and the rest can go to you trying to do what you're doing with the youth.
Yes, sir.
These are real good Muslims here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
There's some money over here. Hold on, it's like a Jerry Lewis shakedown over here. Listen, you Jamaican children. We just send you $1,200 US. Jamaican children.
Come on and join with us. Big fields await the wide awake man and woman to work out of. Your family is waiting for you.
Jesus, children, Jesus.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. That was beautiful. Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. Praise be to Allah. Brother Saladin, 7X.
Salam alaikum, family. All praise is due to Allah.
I'm Black God.
Yes, sir. I'm Brother Saladin, 7X from the NYC, and I have the distinct pleasure to be part of this amazing family, the prayer and fasting. And what's so amazing about this community is that these are believers from all around the world, different background, different religion, who come to sacrifice in the name of their Lord. these beautiful people that are my family members, they stop eating Thursday night and they do not eat again until Sunday night. And they only drink water, coffee, and tea between Thursday and Sunday. And some people stop eating Tuesday night. Some people only eat once a week. Some people doing a 40-day fast. And they do it all in the name of their Lord, the sacrifice for the Lord who wake them up every morning and give them abundance of blessing. But the most important thing, besides that they sacrifice by not putting food in their mouth, what scientists say that is a much higher addiction than heroin and crack, especially the sugar addiction. These people sacrifice, but the most important thing that this beautiful family do, that they pray 5 times a day. And some pray way more than 5 times a day, but they do a minimum of 5 prayers a day. Because we believe that for all the blessings that our Lord give us, that to take time out and go and pray to our Lord 5 times a day is worth it. So a person like me who make my 5 prayers a day, and sometimes when I time my prayers, it might only be 5 minutes. So if you look at it, 5 times 5 is 25 minutes. So if we round it off to 30 minutes, don't you think that your Lord is worth 30 minutes out of your day for the blessings that you receive from your Lord? So me, a person who was broke down in despair, and I found this beautiful home, prayer and fasting, I started my prayer and fasting. Within a short period of time, my sugar diabetes, which I had over 30 years, started getting better. And then after I went to see my doctor after a couple of months, the doctor said a miracle had come, that you don't have the diabetes no more and you don't have to take no more medicine. She said the medicine finally kicked in, and I explained to my beautiful doctor, I said, listen, I stopped taking that medicine a long time ago. It is strictly prayer and fasting who solved my diabetes. And by me praying and fasting and hooking up with this beautiful community, my mother, who had stage 4 cancer, she went from stage 4 to stage 3. And now the doctor said her kidneys are getting better. She don't have to do the kidney therapy. So it's been amazing being a part of this community. And there's other blessings that I can talk to about finance, able to purchase land overseas right next to the beach, you know, having a beautiful daughter and son, able to travel the world. It is so many other blessings that I can sit here and tell you. But I'm asking you, and I'm actually pleading with you, come and join this prayer and fasting community. And as you've seen in the video, they are helping young kids in Africa. We are helping kids in Jamaica. We are sending money to young women who are studying to be doctors in Cuba. So this prayer and fasting community is doing great things across the board. But if you look at it, family, I just want you to take a minute out and just think about it. We are on the road to go to Savior's Day. In a few days, we will be with our leader, teacher, and guide, the most honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, a man who made a call out, and over 2 million people showed up after he made a call out of his window. But before that man, we had a great man, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who is the father of Black Lives Matter. He's the father of independent Black school. He's the father of getting people on the right path with their health. He's the father of international commerce. So this man, the baddest Black man in the world that ever exists to me, is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And before him, he met a man, a savior, God himself, Master Farad Muhammad. But if you go back to Master Farad Muhammad and you look at the choices that Master Muhammad made by choosing the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and then the Honorable Elijah Muhammad choose the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. But it didn't stop there, family. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan picked someone that he called his top fisherman, his number one, like the Peter with a big net who's casting it out, who sent his net out And I've grabbed onto the net and brought me to prayer and fasting. Not only me, people over here with cancer, low self-esteem, overweight, high blood pressure, and diabetes like myself, they grab on to the one the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan called his top fisherman, who we call the Good Samaritan, who we call the Bilal who's calling people back to prayer, who we call the one who loved and stand up for his people, who grab onto the rope, which that rope is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and he's helped pulling people closer to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, which he has helped pulling people closer to Allah or God, whichever term you want to call. So we have an amazing brother who sacrifice every day for the believers, who go out and spend hours working on our behalf, not on his behalf, on our behalf. So this is a beautiful brother that I have the pleasure and thanking Allah for allowing me to connect with him, and he connect me to this beautiful family. So without further ado, family, I want to bring you on my big brother. Like I said, the Bilal, who call us back to prayer, the Good Samaritan, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, top fisherman, Brother Abdul Malik Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum, family.
Praises be to Allah. Brother Abdul Malik, the floor is yours, sir. Praise be to Allah. We can't hear you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm sorry about that.
Walaikum.
Let's give a black man a warm round of applause. Brother 7X. Oh, praises be to Allah. Allahu Akbar. Allow me to open in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the most merciful, the one God who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, the great Mahdi. I forever give thanks to Allah for his intervention in our affairs and raising one from among our midst of the caliber of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I continue to thank Allah and his messenger, recognizing the gaping wound that we sustain here, mentally and spiritually, physically too, by eating pork, physically, by eating the information, pork, mentally and spiritually, from these European diabolicals we call the Caucasian white man. The man that I speak of right now is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who we know is the Messiah in these days and times. I greet you all in their names in the greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum. And man, this is a big day today. I wanna show you something right quick. Since we've been on all of the prison situations, what happens to all? I'm a former incarcerated brother, and we did a 9 series on females and women in prison. We've been marched with them down there in Detroit. You know, the things that we're doing over here in prayer and fasting is unprecedented. Minister Farrakhan didn't tell me to do this. No one in authority told me to do this. We are defying all odds because there's something about a soldier who hears instructions and falls out on it. But it's something else about a warrior who looks at the terrain and just start making things happen. See, I ain't your soldier. I'm the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's warrior, who he don't got to tell nothing to do. And then I get all of you all, and you became the same warriors that I am, because birds of the feather flock together. You can't roll with me without being a warrior. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
but this brother touched my heart, and I want to I'm gonna steal this from Sister Lisa for a minute. Before I get started, I want y'all to hear this brother. Some of you probably heard him before. His name is Archie.
I can't lie. No more of your darkness.
He did 37 years straight, just came home.
All my pictures seem to fade to black and white. I'm going tired, and time stands still before me. Frozen here on the ladders of my life. Don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, there's always someone else I see. I'm just another fraction of your life to wander free. But losing everything is like the sun going down on me. Don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, there's always someone else I see. I just allow a fragment of your life to wander free. But losing everything is like the sun going down on me.
Oh my gosh. Heidi.
I mean, I don't cry for a whole lot of things, but that really did it to me, I have to tell you. But just, I don't know, went from you to me, and I felt you, and I've been thinking about you and your life. That was very powerful.
Howie?
37 years, I can't imagine they took a life away from you. But if there's anything that can be given to you, it is, and I feel it right now, is the love that you are getting.
Even though you did 37 years that didn't break you. I can picture you watching the show, hoping, holding to something, and now you're here, and we love you.
Archie? I will never ever listen to that song in the same way ever again after you sang that. It took on a whole different meaning for me. And you're a very, very courageous person. And by the way, you have a really good voice.
Thank you, son.
You really, really do. This is an audition I will never forget for the whole of my life, Archie. Now we have to do the important part. Let's start with Howard.
Oh, I love you, yes.
Heidi?
It's a definite yes for me.
Yeah.
And you get your third yes from me.
I'm going to work out, I'd say we got about 3,500 yeses here.
Allahu Akbar. It's beautiful.
Allahu Akbar.
Very touching.
Beautiful.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, dry your eyes. Go on, dry your eyes. I give you a minute.
Every time. God.
Yeah, I know what time it is. I had to sick him on you. I had to. I had already been seeing him. I saw him when he first did it, but he did 37 years in prison for a murder that he did not do.
That's right, brother.
37 years. Rape, murder of a white woman in 1982. 37 years, DNA freezing. Couldn't have been him. DNA don't match. You see what they do to us as black people? I don't understand it, man. But it's just I'm just infuriated with these devils. But we have to understand that Satan, before he was cast out of heaven to the earth, he asked God to respite me to the day that they are raised. You know what that means when he say respite me?
I mean, give him time. Give me time.
Give me time. Don't repossess my power until the day that they are raised. So he was looking for more time before his execution. So when he got cast out of heaven, he was cast out with the same power that he had when he was in heaven. So now he's down here on earth with you and me. And like the black man said, it was the black man in prison that was beating us up. No, it wasn't the black man. He just looked black. It was the Caucasian white man, or Yaqub's grafted devil, who was cast out of heaven on earth. See, if you ever seen the movie X-Men, there's one character. It's one character who can actually transfer himself to look just like you. And walk up on your husband and your husband cut your husband's throat. And then it goes back to the same face. I don't know what that character was. In the last Matrix, not the last one, because that was the worst. The third Matrix, the agents can do that. No, the first one too. Yeah, all of them you can do it. They can transform. And this is what, see, the messenger said the white man, the devil, is going to testify on his behalf through the movies and the music. Anytime you can take an agent who's Satan looking for Neo, the one, and make himself look like an old lady, come into an old lady's body, get in here and that's what he does to you and me. So you keep calling, you say, it's the old saying that we say, if you find a no good woman, she was made no good by a no good man. And you look at the black man when he say that. It ain't him, it's the white man. He's a no good man because he has transferred himself into the black man's body. And if it's true that we are the lost found, if it's true that we are the dead, then who is the one wreaking havoc on the black woman? Is it the black man or is it the white man who is transferring himself into him? So stop looking at your black man when you arguing with him. Understand that it ain't him. It's the white man inside of him. Willie Lynch, Henry Berry. We, as far as possible, close all avenues in which light can enter the slave's mind. So that Negro is not the Negro that you think he is. That's me in the Negro. That's why you don't need Ku Klux Klan anymore. You got 13 and 15-year-olds killing each other. Do you know that 12-year-old boy that I told y'all about? I showed y'all the pictures of him with the guns in the video of him rapping.
Yeah.
Yes,
y'all
sir.
remember that?
About him.
Yes, sir.
So I just had a meeting with some of the street soldiers about the youngster. we got this huge thing we're doing. I got to speak at this event with all of the heads of everything. I'm gonna bring the final call. They don't know that. They just like they didn't know about Detroit. You're gonna find out. Now, the young boy gets locked up with a pistol right after that. My guy spoke at the high school. He's 12 years old. He gets locked up, get caught with the pistol. The police sees him. He had a gun on him the next day. And so they put him in a juvenile detention center. Yeah, I just got it. The one who transfers into different people on X-Men, name is Mystique. Mystique. That's something because Satan is majestic and mystique. That's how he's able to transform into us and make us do things. So the little boy gets locked up. They put him in a juvenile detention center. This is all since I seen the next day. And guess what happened to him? The little boys in there beat him into a coma.
What?
He's in the hospital with life support right now.
Oh my
at 12 years old.
Alec.
Right now.
Oh,
I just found out.
How much they pay those little boys to do that to him?
They paid them nothing physically because it's not the little boys who is doing it. Remember what I said, it's Satan, the majestic mystic one, who goes into them like mystique, and then activates on the little boys. And then beat the boy. Then he got a tube running down his throat and he on life support right now. This is what we're up against. Those who fight with Michael, the archangel. Those who are praying and fasting, because you ain't gonna get no power to defeat this situation if you don't pray and fast. You ain't did nothing at this point. What's wrong with you? Let me tell you what it is. Satan said, I'm coming in a straight path. I'm coming in your church. Why did Jesus say that he had to go in to the temple of God and beat the money changers and say to them, this is not my Father's house made for prayer? And you done made it into a money change? This is why all over the country, it's all about money, 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 money. Give me some money when you come to this church. Give me some money, give me this money. But that's not the temple I'm talking about. Temple is you. Jesus said, have you not learned that you are God's temple and God resides in you? That temple inside of your head. Don't you see the temple in those babies that beat that man up was not God in there? Didn't it say in the scripture that before John the Baptist comes, that the kingdom of God has been, evil men had laid hold of it, and it is forcefully advancing as it's trying to continue to go forward towards God? The kingdom of God is your mind. And it's been conquered by this white man. That's why we can't get along with each other now. That's why we argue and fight with one another. It's not the black man who's fighting the black man. It's the white man, the puppeteer. He's playing the puppet. He's pulling the strings and making you fight and kill one another. He scientifically put this together. The only way he was able to get it done is by knocking you out and putting a new mind. You're a modern day Frankenstein. You would have get out. Get out. Remember the movie? And you see the brain changed in there? That's you. The messenger told us he's gonna make the movies about us. He didn't have to physically take the brain out. But he was showing you that that's what happened to black people. We were robbed of our religion, our culture, our God, and many of us, by the way we acted, we were even robbed of our mind.
Man, teach black man.
How do you know that you were robbed? Because I'm speaking to you in England. English. I'm not from England. Never been there before. I'm a get out, nigga. Get out. I grab, get your hands off me. Just kill you. This is for no reason. But it ain't me who's doing this to get out, nigga. All y'all, a bunch of get outs. Why do you think we can't get married and be happy ever after? Because I ain't married you, I'm marrying a white woman.
Teach black.
You ain't marrying me, you marrying a white man. I'm divorced you in 30, 40 months. I'm divorced. I got your sister now. I done divorced her. Going to another one. This is the game. Next thing you know, you marrying brothers and sisters, husbands and wives. You wouldn't have sold you with this brother. Oh my God. Man, please. I was interested in this one sister. Very interested in her. In 2009, when I did that, when I had that 544 guests, and I showed y'all the video we made out of it, but Captain Abel. Beautiful sister. I wasn't married. The minister was already putting pressure on me about getting married. So I seen this one sister looking like Princess Leia. She all whited out and it was like a movie, right? And I'm like, wow, this is a beautiful one. So I go to the captain. I said, Cap, who is that? And I seen her looking at me, right? So I feel, oh, she looking at me. All right, she feeling the black man. She ain't saying nothing, but I got the vibe. You know, I catch the vibe, you know. And so I tell the Cap, I said, Cap, who is that right there? And he's like, oh, that's Sister Valencia. I do call the girl name. She be on here sometimes. So she know the story better than y'all do. So I said to her, I'm like, oh man. I said, man, I think she liked me too. I like her too. You gotta hook me up. He said, oh man, she not married right now or something. And I was like, oh, she not married? No, but she was married to Brother Dwayne D. And I'm like, who is that? I don't know who that is. And then he said, he the brother, one of the men that I brought to your house, to the loft. When we came up there, and I had about 10 brothers with me. We came in the loft with you. He loved you. I was like, man, who is that, brother? I don't know who that brother is, brother. You know, I'm trying to shake this brother off. I'm getting this woman. I'm finna be married in about 30 days. So watch this. So I'm like, so the brother drove up in a Jaguar. Woo! And he said, that's him right there. My face dropped to the floor because I know him very good, but I know him through him. I was like, and he was cheesing when he drove in the van. He sit in the Jag and saw me. He's like, Brother Warren, 2X. I ain't know. I think I told him a slab of bacon or something. I don't know what I said, but it wasn't right. I was like, oh man. And I hugged the brother, man. And when I cheeked him, I just held him right there. And he felt good because I was holding him. I was like, he was really holding me up because I was about to hit the floor. He don't know you holding me up. I wasn't holding you up because what he did, he killed my future wife because I don't marry sisters who've been married to FOI. Period. And me and her became friends all the way up until this hour. She comes on here now. And we've had all kinds of debates and arguments. But and as bad as I wanted her, I could not do it because I didn't want that stigma. But me and her became friends and we talked to this hour. I never married her because the man been in my house before, man. The man loves me. She even went to him and said, you better go you sanction this. It ain't nothing he can do because he been trying to get back with you. See what I'm saying? This is an FOI. What I look like marrying Brother Akron's ex-wife because she's beautiful to me. The hell I look like doing that to him? Here this man, he been showing me love, adoration, and friendship and brotherhood. Then I walk up to you, Assalamu alaikum, Brother Akron. And you look up, hey, that's my ex-wife right there. Yeah, I just married her this morning. I don't know how they do it, Akron.
Teach.
In this body, in this life, you won't get it.
Yes, sir, my brother. I
You won't get it
understand.
from this. You wouldn't get it from this individual right here. You know, so what's that song? Don't you forget about me? Forget about me. You better forget about me. Because if you married to the FOI, don't do me, don't abuse me like that. You know. But like I said, man, this devil that we up against right now is not going to make this easy for us. He's not making it easy for us. He's on top of us so bad right now. Do you know that every time I have a meeting, it's with laborers of the highest high? In my mind, you know, that's the highest high. I'm in headquarters. So anybody I talk to is headquarters. Everything is impeding our progress, but we're making progress still. But you know, you remember the story about Baal? You remember the story about Baal? We are hypersensitive right now because we pray and fast. We got our spotty senses are extraordinarily attentive. You remember the minister spoke about the self-accusing spirit is the messenger of God. Would you normally kill the messenger of God? He said each time you crush the messenger of God within you, you are actually killing the messenger of God himself, because that messenger in you is the God, is the messenger that guides, reproves, rebukes, and admonishes you and guides you into different areas so that you don't block you. And that's what happened with Baal. Baal riding the donkey in the Bible, in Numbers. But he riding the donkey and the God is mad at him. But when he riding the donkey, God ain't mad at the donkey because the donkey ain't got the will to choose. The donkey rolling off nature. So he don't deviate from God. So he still got favor with God. So the donkey see the death angel in front of him. The donkey's damn death angel up there. But Baal, he didn't went left. And he should have been going right because he had the will to choose because God got him in his own image and not their own likeness. He rolling. And the donkey bulking. He's bulking. Because he see the death angel. He got the sword up to cut his head off. So when he rides up, the donkey lay down on him. Bam! When he lay down on the floor, Baal start hitting him 3 times. Bam! 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 What's wrong with the dumb donkey? God made the donkey speak. He said, why you hit me 3 times? He said, because you're like a dumb donkey, you won't go. He said, the death angel is right up above you. And I'm just trying to give you a shot so that he'll cut your head off. That's the only reason I'm impeding your progress on certain things. I don't want you to see that as a literal thing. I want you to see it in your life. Whenever something stops you, that's the donkey collapsing for you. Teach. The donkey laying down, but you mad. You mad. You pissed off. But as long as you praying and fasting, you're going to be okay. Now, I say all that to say this. We go to the auction, right?
Yes, sir.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
We ready to go. We got everything going up. You remember when I told you all that I was introduced to the peace coin and I wanted you, and they wanted you all to come over and get it.
Yes, sir.
And I said, I spoke to the second in charge, and he told me that I could get $5,000 per person $5,000 if I bought 250 people. He know I could do it. And so he told me 5,000. So I said, he don't know me though. He don't know me very well, but he knows I'm a top fisherman, but he don't know I'm a shrewd businessman too. So the price to get you over there was $300 a head. $300 a head times 250 people equals $75,000. That's how much you all would have to bring, all of us together at 250. And I would get $5,000. I likened it to the 30 shekels they gave to Judas to sell the Christ out. Did you hear what I just said?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You gonna give me $5,000 if I bring you 75,000. I felt like a cheap prostitute when I heard it. So now I said that I'm going to protect my crew because they'll do it for me. But I cannot do that. I said, even if you gave me half of the 75, which you would have to do if I did it, I still wouldn't do it because I understand the people that listen to me are sheep and I am the shepherd over them at this particular time. So they're not moving on what you're selling. They're moving off my knowledge of it and how it could possibly help them. So they would move in that manner and do it blindly based on what they know about the black man. That's how it rolls with the people who follow my leadership as I follow the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, my leader, teacher, and God. So I denied it, right? So then, I don't know everything, y'all. I don't. I just know what I know. So when I go to the auction, now here comes ball. When I go to the auction, I go for one day, I pull up 18 properties, right? Because it's on the list. So Master Muhammad said the night before, he says, look at the list. I heard my self-accusing spirit pop up. You know, my spidey senses are heightened because I pray and fast so much. So I was like, I came in my office, I pulled it up. And I went through everyone on my list. And guess what happened to them? They deleted them off of the list that would be auctioned off that day. 18 were off. I had 18 for that day. And I was like, man. I called Dion. Dion. That's my partner in crime on real estate. I said, they done took all the names off the list. He said, off what list? I said, off the Cook County Treasurer. It's off. Everyone that we got off their list. And she's like, let's see. We're going there. I mean, it's like it never was there. I got their list. I said, it's on this list. So it deleted, right? So I'm like furious now. And I said, it's only 3 on there. And they look, I said, wow. So I goes to the auction. Remember, the auction used to be 100 people at the auction. Remember that? I told you it's 100 people bidding. Why this year they open it up and there's 950 people bidding now? It ain't in the same closet no more. It's in a big place. But no, wait, it gets worse. Listen, it gets good. It gets worse and it gets good. So then I go to the auction. They bid up on 2 of the properties that out of the 3. I don't have 18 to pick from. I wouldn't care if I got 5 out of 18. I'll be cool with that because when the bigger days come, I got hundreds to bid against. So I end up getting 1 out of the 3. Bam. That's the first day. Okay. The second day, I said, no, we finna. They didn't deleted all of them. Deleted the heck out the ones that, I mean, like that they never existed anymore. I found out what that was too. But this is Satan. You remember when I told you Satan is not going to let you in prayer and fasting be a runaway train like this. You're not going to be a runaway train like this. I put my poison in all these other people. They hit you with little stuff, calling you into meetings, calling you into this. I'm working through them. They don't pray and fast. I'm busting them open and you running them over. No, I got to step in myself to stop this train, because if they don't, they're going to look at you and see you on CNN and NBC and everywhere, and they're going to be like, whoa, what the hell happened with Malik and all of this? Satan, step in. They ain't finna kill me. So then the second day come up, but the second day come up, I went out that day, that Monday, I went out that night and pulled up. Bam, I got Dion. Let's go. We got to go get some more property. So then I went out there and found 100, probably 70 more that wasn't on the list that had to put on. I don't get no sleep that night. How I'm working for y'all. I get no sleep. I go, 4, 5 in the morning, we back. Bam. I go get dressed, get everything together. I go back to the auction. Now, this is the second day. Second day going there, bam, I win 13 this day. Cool, no problem. 13. I said, man, why is this so hard? I'm bidding up too. I'm bidding way. What happened is when we put 2,000 in, I'm gauging it on 100. Because I did it in 2019. 100 people bidding, most 99% of them white people, 3 blacks, 5 blacks. They're not going to bid in these areas. Now you got 300 blacks in there, and I have to outbid them now. So I'm going past the 2,000 on them. I'm bullying them now because I got the money to do it. But then I'm popping it, bam, and I'm getting some below 2,000, a lot. So I got 13. I had 12. It was 12 that day. This is the second day. So then I come out. It's not in the same place. It's somewhere way on. So now I get out. So I'm going to get the money so I can go pay it, because you're normally supposed to pay it that day. So then I leave there. I goes to the bank to get the money. Can't get our money, so I use my own money, because our bank is 45 to an hour away from us. Navy Federal is too far away. So I said, all right, I'll stop right over here. I got my cousin with me too. He's been at bidding. He's a rookie, but he bidding hard. He got some money. So I goes to the bank. I go in the bank. I say, so-and-so corporation, which is Dion's corporation. Majestic is Majita's corporation. They got their own corporations and stuff, but it's money in their accounts. So I goes over here. So I said, I need to pull, 15 bands out, right? And the people say, oh, you're not a signer on this. I said, what do you mean? I put all the money in here. What do you mean I'm not a signer? You accept the money? What do you mean I'm not a signer? I called Dion on 3-way. I said, what are you talking about? I said, I don't know what they're talking about. Boom, put them on 3-way. Some of the Mexicans in there working. And, if it's Mexicans and black working in the bank, you got straight up Lucifer, Willie Lynch, Henry Berry, 100% scared to death Negro. if it's white people, oh, okay, no problem. They don't give a damn. They do whatever. But they're not them. They you have to come in and sign with the person. I'm like, man, that's a long time. I got to get down here and pay this thing, right? So I said, all right, no problem. I can go just get the cash because I got liquid. I just go get the cash. Then I'm like, man, that's 30 minutes away. 30 minutes to get it, 30 minutes to get back. It'll be closed. So I calls down there and I tells them, look, I'm going to come down there and do it in the morning. Cool. Hey, all right, no problem. Bam. I go home. Now I got 150 properties to bid on, which is going to take my numbers through the roof because I'm playing chess with these people. You can't come in there with 20 properties to bid on because they're going to bid at you. Some of them, because there's more people. It's 900 people now. So now I'm coming in there with something that they can't handle. Hundreds of properties for that day. Because I know some of them, they don't even know because you got to write down PIN numbers. So when you come in there with what you know. You don't come in there just hully-gully because it's not like they running a bins through an auction where you can see the bins or, ooh, they open the door. This is a bins over here looking like this. Ain't nothing you can see. So then we go in there and I comes up and guess what the people said? No, the third day I come up there. That's what the people said. Ball. He said, oh, we didn't, you defaulted because you didn't pay the money by 5 o'clock. So you've been terminated from the auction. You could come in, but you can't bid.
Wow.
So I said negative. I said, I called you. You told me this. They said it's in the contract that you were supposed to put X amount of money down. I said, that's not what she said. She said, pay it in the morning. Ball. So I go in. But at this time, my spotty senses about Allah is there. And what he's saying to me is that if you get 100 properties, you will be no better than the peace coin hustle. Because those little people who gave you that money to go with your money, they're not going to be able to swallow the big pill at the end. This is what I'm thinking. And guess what the big pill is? The big pill is that if they owe $30,000 and you get it today, each one of you, say you got 5, and they make you pay $2,500, which I could probably get it to 2, for the lawyer to go in and get the deed. You out of 2,000 that you'd have to come up with. Secondly, they're going to ask for the last 2 years of taxes. The taxes $7,000, $8,000. So that's another $15,000. Not the $45,000 that they owe on it. Now it's much worth it because if the taxes for the year is $7,000 and then the next year is $75,000 or $8,000, it's probably $15,000. That's for one property. So if that be the case, you're out of $15,000 plus $2,500 or $2,000. Say $17,000. That's $17,000 for one property. But once you pay that off, what happens is the property is worth $140,000, $135,000, $180,000. But the question lies here. Say you got 10 of them. One person. 10 of them, if there was $2,500 for the lawyer to get your deed, that'll be $25,000. for the 10 that one of you have. Then say there's 15,000 for each one. And you got 10 of those. That'll be another 150,000 for the person who had 10. So now you have to come up with $175,000 to get the deeds for 10 properties. The properties will be 10 mil. The properties will be $1 million if you got 10. But the question is, how many of us can come up with that money? These are the things that ran through my mind after the bulk of the donkey. Now, let's do it like this. Say we did say we did 100 properties. If it was 175,000 for 10 with the lawyers going in and paying the taxes. Say we did 100. We would have to do 1.7 million, 50,000, which would get us 10 million to 15 million. Do y'all understand me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
I could shoulder some of that money, definitely. But this is what I was thinking because I was so furious. But I came up with something else too. But I was so furious at these white folk, I had to regroup myself because I shouldn't be if you know who the devil is. And if you know who the God is who's navigating us. I went straight to ball in the donkey. Allah does not want me to push that through and you all don't have the money to close.
Yes, sir.
And you can't meet me. I was so frustrated I called Dion and Majida, my assistants, and I called Brother Saladin 7X. And I told them the story. The great Saladin 7X. You still on here, Saladin?
Yes, sir. Still here, brother. Yes, sir.
The great Saladin. I was like, Saladin, now, before I even left the place, guess what the lawyer told me? The lawyer said, he was like, the one who told me that the violation, and this is what it is, you should have did this, this, this. I said, but Allah bulked me at the same bank I just put 25,000 in. You bulked me right there. And you put my other bank so far away, I couldn't go out there to get it if I had a helicopter and get back in time, which is fine. I got the liquid. I could have liquided up and did that, but that was a long way to get there too. Look at the dynamics that Allah is doing. You got to look, man. You got to see. But I don't never look at the calculations until afterwards. Because I don't care about that because I got faith in Allah. I'm going to make it manifest. That's I always think like that. This is what I think about. So then the lady says, oh, the lawyer. So when I'm arguing with the lady, the lady, the attorney, she's young, about in her 20s, maybe right at 30. She's over the county. And I said, look, she's like, brother, she's like, Warren, well, you can't bid, but that don't mean somebody else can't bid for you. And my cousin was there. Don was there, which is Dion's sister. And I was like, oh, yeah. Then I said, man, you're a smart lawyer. I'm a rookie. So I goes in and I sits down in the back because it's a big old place like where you have Saviors there. And they got the people way up there. So I'm sitting on the ground, sitting on the floor with like my sweatsuit and stuff. I'm sitting down just thinking. And I'm thinking about Allah. I said, if he bulked me, why would I use somebody else? Plus, I ain't feeling comfortable about them using, this is Master Farad Muhammad's people. I don't want the things to come back in their name.
Right.
Because if it come back in their name, then they got to transfer it over, which they will. The ones that I know, my cousin then. But I started thinking, I was like, why is he even bulking me? Why is this donkey sitting down on me? But I never hit the donkey because I've been praying and fasting. I never whipped him. He never looked up at me and said, why did you hit me? Because I never did hit you. I sat down with you. Because of my praying and my fasting, I was able to sit. And I thought about it. Then I talked for 3 hours with Brother 7X, Vegeta, and Dion. And we went back and forth with it. Saladin was like, I don't even care what you decide. I'm with you anyway. I don't care what you say. What you do, I'm with you 100%, period, point blank. My life has been raised from the dead. I'm with you, the end, like you say. Then Majid and them, ooh, we could use. No, Majid was with me too. Dion, man, maybe we use Don. See, I could use them, of course. But why would I do something like that? And God has already bulked me. We didn't lose a dime. We didn't lose a quarter. But the God is bulking for some reason. That's what made me do the math. And I knew the math, but I wasn't worried about that because my faith will sustain me. This is what I'm thinking. So then the brother was like, all right, cool. This is what we do. Let's go in there and pop them for 10. We'll have $1 million. Just pop them for 10, and then we'll wrap the believers in it. So we'll have something for them. I said, man, that sounds like a plan. I said, let me think about it. Because when the God set that donkey down, I'm like, man. Then I talked to Majida. I said, Majida, I could just make some money for us then. Let's just make some money. Let's just have some money coming in. I can get some money. I don't know how to make money. I'll make some money. I'm like, maybe they don't, maybe two, I told them, I was like, maybe 2.5 years is too long for the believers. They poor believers, but they're rich in spirit. I said, maybe it's too long. Maybe I need to make some money on a monthly basis or something. This is I was talking to Majida and something. I said, I don't know, man. But I know one thing. I'm sitting down with the donkey. I ain't hit him once. He ain't even talked to me.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
You understand what I'm saying? Do you see all of these impeding things that happen?
Yes,
sir, bro. Yes, sir.
See, this is why I told him, see, I'm transparent with my sisters and brothers. This ain't about me. This is about us.
Yes, sir.
I say, man, some of the people, they didn't give money because they had 150,000. They put 2, 5, 10, 20, 30 in. It gave their last, man. Some of them did. Some of them did. Some of them didn't even have enough to get in and said, can I just put 5 in and someone meet me? Look at the believers, man. And I'm saying to myself, that's 2.5 years worth of investment. That's not for a person who don't have it. That's for a person who can, like me, who can do it and not worry about it. And still be able to pay bills and fly around and do what I need to do. It's not for that type of person. I told Majid, I said, we need to make some money for them now. Not no money for no 2.5 years now. They probably starved to death. They might die from starvation. They could have used that money to get some bean soup. They could have got a 50-pound of beans and been eating at least you're still alive. You take their money. these are all the things that I was going through about the money that we all raised. I said, what did I tell you? I said, the benefit of this is, never mind it. The fact of the matter that we are one and we are like an atomic bomb. That's the gift.
Unity.
The gift is that our unity is second to none. It's second to none. We raised 200,000 in 30 days. That's the power right there.
Yes, sir.
I said, it's no problem. We could buy things and flip it and make 80,000 off of it and disseminate it amongst the group based on what they have in. We could do that all day long. I do that a lot. And I was talking to Lisa. She's like, man, I thought you was going to flip that money 3-4 times before the time we got to this damn thing.
Why are you always
Lisa, funny as hell. She said, because Lisa gave a lot of money. Lisa got a lot of money. Lisa about the top two.
Oh my
God. So look, so watch this. So when she said, I said, Lisa, I said, I ain't going to do it. I said, this is not like that. I said, I could do my own, but I'm kind of nation type of guy. I'm a nation type of man. I don't do that type of slick stuff. Even though it's not, I don't do it because it's not mine. It's just like me. I gave Akram 40,000 to buy me this Benz that the dude's gonna have it in a month. He take it and go flip it 2-3 times before we get get here, and the odds of him winning is high, but then he lose it. Now he's 20 and the other 20 gone. Now he's scrambling trying to get the other 20 up because I can gamble with my man's money. I don't do that. Not this servant of the king.
Allahu Akbar.
Abdul Malik Muhammad, servant of the king, one worthy of praise and praise much. You don't have that in me until we on the table and we have an agreement about it. Don't move like that. You see what I'm saying? But
yes, sir.
When you moving like this and you get those impeding situations, didn't Allah say he would guide and guide you? He said, sir, a guide and a guidance. So why run over him when he block you? Do you run over to the thing when they have roadblock right here? Do you run through it and go through it?
No, sir.
No, sir, beloved.
Well, and the white man put that up there, and he doing it for your own safety because they're doing construction work over there, and your car ain't gonna be able to survive because it's dips over there where they plunge the ground out. But you gonna run through it?
Teach.
Don't you make U-turns where you see it? Oh, we can't go through there. Why? It's a roadblock right here with that little board right there. Don't go this way. Man, I'm going around it. You know how the train hits? I'm guilty. And the train put the thing, meaning you stop, you drive your black self up there, look both ways to see if the train comes, you go on through it anyway and go on through. I'm guilty. I'm not finna wait for no train that I don't see because it's the bell runs. And it ain't moving like China. Coming to that boy like China, 500 miles, it ain't gonna catch me like that. I look this way, but the main thing is those things, those blocks are for your safety. And Allah wants us to be safe. Do y'all understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Benji. Yeah, so these are the things that I have. And so and what the brother's like, man, just get 10. We can handle that ourselves. And we'll give it to the believers. And then I thought about that. You know, because I had 5 days, it's 9 days of this 4th day that went down. Because today I didn't do nothing but sleep because I was 24 hours up again. And I just came in, I blew the tire on my Benz, working 24 hours. Somebody in my way. Okay, anyway. So yesterday I was coming from there. I went there and I was on my way back, but I hadn't been to sleep in 24 hours. So I was nodding at the wheel tremendously in my Benz. And the people driving up, looking in my window, and I could see them. And I was still coming though. And I came up to about Austin. I must have nodded again. I heard something go brrrr, and I was on the side of the road where it rumbles if you over there. And I heard something go boom. Dang! I roll out, and my sign come on my Benz, meaning that you bust your tire. My tire went out. Allah bust the tire and made me get off. I rolled it and got off over, and I called AAA. I look at it, and they came over and fixed it. And I was able to go in there and get something to drink, some chips. I was just, man, I'm down. I said, man, I'm down.
Gave you enough time to wake up.
Gave me enough time to wake up. So then I gets off, the AAA man comes. I got the spare in there, put the spare on there. I come in the house. I go right to bed. I just go right to get in bed. I've been up 24 hours working for the believers. No sleep.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. Because when you're trying to win,
Allahu Akbar.
You trying to win, you're going to put, this is why I'm the top fisherman. Because I goes hard. This is why I told y'all I didn't need you for it, because I know you're not going to keep up with this. The devil is alive. You think Dion been asleep like she was at home in the passenger seat. I'm still going. Yeah, man. Are you serious? Where we at? I said, how many more we gotta go? About 50. Oh God.
It was 3 in the morning.
I know that. What'd you say, D?
It was 3 in the morning. We had been out since 9 o'clock. I was knocked out. 9 a.m.
But and I got and I take the Boo How and Pale Horse with me. So I got the Boo How and Pale Horse. They ain't no little punks no more. They still little punks to me. They ain't been touched up yet. So I take the Boo How and Pale Horse. They in the back. They got vests on and everything, like they going out in the wilderness, because when I go to these houses and they be vacant, they got raccoons and everything running around that place. I let the Boo How them out. And they come in there, that boy like SWAT. Him and Pale Horse. We're running around because I'm afraid of rats and raccoons and mice.
Rightly so.
Afraid of that stuff. Did you crush the mouse? Crush the mouse. Yeah, right. I'm crushing these gym shoes up out of this place. That's what I'm crushing, because I'm not crushing nothing. You know, elephants are afraid of mice and rats. And they I ain't never they size. If they afraid of them, why wouldn't I be? I'm deadly scared of them. And raccoons, oh my God. Oh no, I'm scared of them. That's a big rat to me. A heavy cell. So I keep my dogs with me and they jump out. Boom, I hit 150 properties when they go through. So these are the things that I'm going to do. But once we get offline, we're going to have another holdback meeting. Because then I got something else up my sleeve. We're going to have a holdback meeting. Y'all ever heard that before? We got a holdback meeting, so all of you hold up and hold out. But these are the things that we have to go through. This is unity. And this is having your best interests at heart. I'm not. Because say it goes through. Say, Arlisha, she couldn't make her money. I said, damn, I got to cover that. Say Rachel couldn't make hers. I cover that. Say 40 of y'all couldn't cover y'all. I can't cover you. Because I gave you 2 years. Save your taxes. Both times. But I had to pay my bills. I had to pay my light bill. This one cut my lights off. I got children in here. I had to pay my heat. I had to use it. My children's in here. I had to feed my family. I had to do this. I had to do that. That's the only reason I ain't got it. But now it's 50 people over there that's believers. Malik, you're supposed to be the shepherd. You're supposed to be able to calculate. You know we're not real responsible. We don't even text you back right back when you tell us to text us right back. You know we was losers in some of these areas, particularly this. We couldn't even get the money to get, we couldn't even get the credit cards like you told us in a timely manner. We were slow on that. And that didn't cost us a dime. We was very lethargic coming out of this slave mentality after we praying and fasting, burning up some of the cobwebs that Satan put in our brain. You should have thought for us. That's what shepherds do. Shepherds make sure the sheep go in a direction and make sure nothing comes off the mountain that could hurt them like a wolf. So what it is it's not a physical wolf, it's a mental wolf that can come down out of your mountain of your mind and hurt you. And if I'm supposed to be the shepherd of this flock to make sure they help, I got to think for you. But sometimes I overthink it, and Allah put the donkey and made the donkey set down on me.
All praises be to Allah.
I did not whip the donkey like Baal did, because Baal wasn't praying and fasting. That's why God was going to kill him. I'm praying and fasting, which is the mercy of God. So my self-accusing spirit made me lay down with the donkey. And then made me calculate what we do with us and keep you from doing it. So, all praises be to Allah.
That is so beautiful, Brother Abdul Malik. All praises due to Allah.
Praises be to Allah. So this is what I wanted to tell you all, and we fighting the fight. We winning. We've lost nothing.
That's right.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yes, sir. Allah
Yes, sir.
Akbar.
Yes, sir.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
It wasn't time yet.
Huh?
It wasn't time yet.
It wasn't time yet. And remember I told you all that I didn't think that y'all could keep up with me?
Mm-hmm.
Remember I said that?
Yes, sir.
And I was so happy that y'all did. I had some friends because I ain't had no friends for 20 years. None.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't a friend to myself for 20 years until I started praying and fasting.
Teach.
I wasn't a friend to myself. But to be able to have friends like this is when you know a person loves you, when he's cautious about what could hurt you. And had I not been praying and fasting, I would have been blinded by the bulking of the donkey. And I would have ball hit him 3 times. I might have hit him until he was dead. I probably killed the donkey trying to get up there and got myself killed.
Yes,
but praying and fasting rescued me and us, because we don't know how this thing would pan out with 100 of them. But I know one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. Allah was very displeased with me personally. You know why? Because I was practicing polytheism.
Come on, black man, teach.
Because I start doing this to the detriment of my prayers. So what I had accumulated was a God beside God. And he is making me into who I'm becoming. And when I did that, I'd be so tired. I'd be making prayers, but I don't hit the 100. I'd be in a ballpark figure. And he's like, you're going to depreciate what you got from me for mammon? You can't serve 2 masters. You must love one and hate the other. You can't serve God and money at the same time. If your exercise and praying has to be depreciated because you want to make some money, then I'm going to unfold or have an unraveling of what you're trying to do. And that's what we're living in right now, the unraveling of a great nation. So we have to be very sensitive and very careful on how we move, particularly if it's going to depreciate. Like some of us get off the Zoom, we don't even be over here, we be missing in action. But in their own mind, in their own world, you know you ain't doing better than what you was when you was here with us. You know you don't.
Brother, go ahead and teach.
You already know you don't. You ain't got to tell me. Many of them, you fall off the log when you leave this atmosphere because it's the only thing that nurtures us with love. Any other thing that nurtures us, they nurture you with love. But anytime you could say you love me, and in my mind, I don't think you do, we got a problem here, baby. We got a problem. I may not say it to you, but I can show you better than I can tell you. This is why the brother said, it seems like you don't like me. Seems like we're not connected. If you my wife and you don't come home at night, we ain't connected. You come home on the weekends and you my wife? Where are you at the 5 days of the week? Oh, I told you I be working hard. Ooh, you're doing the most. Really? It seems like me and you disconnected. We are. Allah says all or nothing. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's right.
No God beside Allah.
No God beside Allah. There is no gray area, man. I tried it. I'll be the one to tell you. I fish 1,000 times and go have 3 girlfriends. It don't work like that. It's all or nothing. Forget it, man. It's not going to work. I tried it. And many of y'all tried it. Y'all ain't been here all these years and know that you ain't tried something. Whatever it was, it may not be the same, but you tried something. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is this. Man, we on the move, man. Satan is blocking us now. Now we fighting Satan. We fight him every week. Now we fighting Satan because we can't say nobody amongst us had anything to do with this. It's bigger than them.
That's right.
But his angels is not effective enough to beat us up and break us down. So he coming himself. We smoking his angels.
Teach, black
his
man.
His angels in black skin and his angels, we don't have no problem with no white people. The angels in black skin that's right amongst us that try to block and impede and use stupid excuses on why they doing it. Oh, look like you don't like the authority. You don't like them. Oh, we beat all them up and get them out the way. We rolling. And then here comes Satan himself. Good God Almighty. And look at us. And we pause the car and just look and get off the donkey and just lay down with the donkey and look. Allah says, he who is still can hear. Be still. Let the peace be still. And that's what we got to do. We got to let the peace be still in order for you to hear Allah.
Yes, sir.
And that's exactly what I did. Because I ain't rolling for Malik. Malik would have hurdled that boy and went in the danger zone and went to moving like Barry Sanders of Detroit Lions, making ugly moves trying to get through. Dive through the finish line. You know, I would have. But when you dealing with master Master Farah Muhammad's people, I can't roll like that. I got to sit back. Oh. So, all praises be to Allah. Y'all got fed.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Is it okay for Sister Lisa can Sister Lisa pay the patience and process video, sir?
The patience process video?
By the minister. It's appropriate.
Yeah, and then he'll close us out because we got a holdback meeting. All believers.
Yes, sir.
In prayer and fasting.
You have to give me back control.
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second. Yes, ma'am.
If you don't believe, you don't have to be praying and fasting, but if you don't believe in it, then you can dismiss when we get through. You could go the way of the Facebook people. All praises be to Allah. But if you believe in praying and fasting, then stick around.
All praise due to Allah.
What you must understand that in the process of evolution and growth, it attends with pain. Nobody grows without pain. So if God was a light of himself, and then after creating himself, and from that single essence, the second self, which is the female. She's not the second self of man, she's the second self of God. And this is why in the writings of Paul says that when you misuse or mistreat the woman, it's like mistreating yourself because she's a part of you as she's a part of God. Listen. Now, wherever there is pain, there is growth. Wherever there is growth, there is pain. To extend your threshold of pain is to increase your growth. All human beings have an aversion to pain. Who wants pain? We all run from pain and we run from growth. See, Christians, they're Christians. You want the cross, the crown, but you're running from the cross. The cross is the way to the crown. How in the world can we lead our people out of the condition that our people are in and expect that there's not going to be any pain? There's not going to be any adversity. There's not going to be any suffering. Well, if you don't want pain, you don't want suffering in order to grow, then you don't want life in God's universe. Because that is the natural way of things. Listen, by God being a light of himself, he becomes Al-Nur, the light. That's why God is Al-Nur. He's the light of himself, and all things that have light got light from him. Listen, he caused himself to exist, and by him all other things exist. That's how he became Jehovah, the self-existing God, and the God by whom all things exist. How he became Al-Sabir, the patient. He had to overcome frustration with the pace of his own evolution and the disappointment with that pace, which gave rise to patience. And that's how he became Al-Sabir. And therefore he asked every human being, if you want to win in struggle, it won't come overnight. You got to learn how to be patient and long suffering, because it's only through patience and long suffering that you will reach the goal. Hear me. So when Allah comes into existence, He comes into existence with a tolerance for pain, understanding the nature of frustration with the slow pace of fulfillment of desire, understanding disappointment and willing to be patient with the process in order to bring to fruition that which he envisioned. All of us have to travel that same road. And the reason that you are not as great as you could be is because you can't take pain. The reason that you are aborted is because you get frustrated and disappointed with the slow pace of the fulfillment of your desire. So you abort the process and wonder why you're a bum on life's highway.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. You know, it's where is Sister Sania at? Is she still on?
Our mic doesn't work, brother.
Did we acknowledge the Sister Yulin is not, she's probably your guest, Sania, but she's been coming for months now. Sister Yulin, are you still on? Yulin from Canada, right? Is she Sister Yulin from Canada?
Kushan Akbar.
Yeah, she's from Canada.
It's Kushan.
Huh?
She had two guests, Sister Carlson Akbar and then Sister Yulan.
Is there other guests still on? Did we acknowledge her, the guest?
Yeah.
We did acknowledge Sister Carlson, yes, sir. Sister Alicia did.
Okay.
And then we had to go live, so we didn't have opportunity. But Sister Alicia always greets beautiful people in the chat.
Okay. No, because I remember we was trying to get Sania on, but she was she couldn't get her mic open or something like that. I guess she's on suspension. You suspended yourself. I gotta mess with her. You're suspended. You're a great helper for Master Prophet Muhammad, but you even suspended with that. Your mic won't work, and it ain't something I did. All praises due to Allah. So, okay, it's time. It's time. You all. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to come offline. Thank everyone for coming. You got some more than prayer and fasting today. We get money over here. And we make things happen. So now you got a little more than prayer and fasting. So you have to go and pray and fast. Huh? That's boring. That's one of the believers told me. That's boring, praying and fasting. No, being on Zoom. Y'all on Zoom. I'm on Zoom. I'm praying and fasting. What I'm going to say to somebody, come pray and fast? Nothing. Stay where you at. You see, because the penitentiary and the hospital bed makes prayer and fasting relevant. It makes it relevant. Among other things, but the two pillars that Allah says, I must seize you with distress and affliction, that you may humble yourselves before I send my messenger. Meaning that I gotta hit you with distress, you in prison. Affliction, you in a hospital bed. What messenger? The messenger inside of you. Oh God, oh God, I feel like I'm about to die. Oh God. Who are you talking to? If you just get me out of this one thing, Oh, one time. I serve you. I serve. You know, you get the moaning. I serve. You get, you get the one moaning and groaning about the God. But the scripture, I must hit you with distress and affliction in order for prayer and fasting to become relevant to you. Because right now you got bean soup, bean pie, you eat you some barbecue chicken, and laugh and giggle and eat all week long. No, it's poisoning all the food. The messenger said every time you fast, whenever you break your fast and eat, you poison the body all over again. What if I just eat bean soup, you poison with that? What if I just eat fruits and vegetables? You poison with that. Anything, you poison your body. You won't give your body no breaks. If you did one meal a day, you're giving your body 24 hours. So you definitely on the right track. But for you to snack and eat one meal a day, you eating more than one time. 2-3 times. So I thank you all for watching and listening. And you see a little bit more this time. I didn't give you no testimonies because it seems like y'all been running in y'all holes and they start attacking. They think they're shooting at you. They ain't shooting at you. They're shooting at that devil in you. But it's certain gun. You don't shoot a torpedo where a handgun can do the job. You're going to use a torpedo for an individual when the handgun will satisfy the job like that. You shoot the short torpedo, you blow up everybody in the neighborhood when it come up out that submarine and hit the land, and it nose dives into a neighborhood. You can kill everybody in the neighborhood when you was just trying to lay one down. So we got to be a little bit more tactful. So we thank you all for watching and listening. Honorable Miss Louis Farrakhan. We just trying to do what the messenger said. You said, stop asking what must be done. Just get up and go do something. The messenger has so many followers, he didn't know what to tell them people. Just do something. Quit asking me what to do. I don't know what to do. It's wrote out. We got a lieutenant, we got a captain, we got a minister. And there's 900 y'all in the mall. Now what can you come up with anything in this world? All this stuff going on? Oh, so-and-so speaking in schools and got all the high school brothers coming over here. Oh, so-and-so be at the shelter getting all the people out of there. Who instructed him to do that? Nobody. Well, that's the job I'm talking about. He just got up and did something. That's the type of man we want around us. Men like that, women like that. Sitting around telling me, I'm just waiting on the call. I'm waiting on the order. Waiting on order. Order to do what? All these people you walking past, these dead people all over the city, and you walk right past them and come to mind. No good. So thank you for this opportunity once again to give you a little bit more of the prayer and fasting and what we represent. You got a little bird's eye view of something other than that, the testimonies. Like I say, Sister Majida, assalamu alaikum to those who are watching. We shutting it down.
Alaikum salam. Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Please text.
Allahu Akbar.
We want to thank everyone for coming out on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and everyone here with us inside the zone. We thank you for your presence. Your energy is beautiful. Allah loves you, and so do we. We want to invite you to join us at the Spiritual Dojo. Please text your name and your phone number to me, Sister Majida, at 818-614-1902, 818-614-1902. We would love to welcome you to our family. My brother Abdul Malik could be your mentor as well. Get your God game up. If you want to lose cancer, lose diabetes, a lot of wonderful things can happen for you over here. Come on, join the family. Assalamu alaikum. Prayer time.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Al-siratal latina an'amta alayhim, ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Amin.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Allah